Well, GM. G to the M. Great morning, my friends. DJs, Diamond Hand fam, Forge and Fuel crew, super soldiers, one percenters, pioneers, pivoters, pursuers, builders, brothers and sisters, hermanos y hermanas, mamas y papas, anyone I may have left out and anyone in between, welcome back. And welcome into the best way to start your day. It's time to get fired up at Forge and Fuel, baby. I am your humbled, honored, and clearly always hyped host, Colton Capp Swirl One, and I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out with me and my guys, and dive down some motivational, inspirational rabbit holes unlike any other. Now, we got one hell of a show on tap for you here today on this beautiful Thursday morning. It is November the 14th. 2024. If you haven't checked your calendar yet today, and I hope you're ready to wake up like never before, because we got more inspiration, more motivation, and more good vibrations coming your way than you're going to know what to do with over the next hour and a half, baby. But before we get that proverbial show car drifting around the corners of change all morning long, the engines are started, if you will, or maybe they're not. Maybe we have to start them here in just a little bit. But first, maybe you could take a quick second before we go any further to smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you're currently adjusting the Forge and Fuel podcast on. If you're watching on YouTube, you might as well hit that notification bell over yonder as well, so you never miss a live show or any additional content starting here on the channel. Or if you're watching on YouTube, you might as well hit that subscribe button there too. Hit a notification bell. Hit a like if you're enjoying the show and you like watching it over there on the Rumble. Or if you're watching on X, make sure you hit a like, hit a repost, hell, even hit a quote post. Let the people know on the X timeline why you're tuned in live in prime time here to Forge and Fuel this morning. And also, if you're listening to this show on your favorite podcast directory like Amazon, Apple, or maybe even Spotify, maybe you could give us a follow or leave us a 5-star rating, as it only helps us continue to grow and flow on all of those platforms as well. As for all of you beautiful humming beings, tuned in live in prime time right now and have already hit those buttons to help that algorithm get going and flowing this morning, we can't thank you enough. But maybe you're tuned into the recording. Maybe you're just getting here and you haven't hit those buttons yet and you're wondering, why should I hit those buttons? Well, maybe this show makes you laugh. Maybe it makes you cry. Maybe it makes you think. Maybe it makes you go, I never thought of it that way before. That's some pretty good perspective. Well, if so, be a friend, tell a friend. Don't be a hoe. Share the show. Let somebody know, and we will proceed with this morning's flow.
Don't be rude.
My friends, I've said we, I've said us, I've said fellas a few times. You've also heard a soundboard go off a couple of times so far this morning. So that must mean that our guy, Mr. Producer, DEEZYY, is here with us live in prime time. Shout out Derek Snow. And also, that must mean that there is another man here with us. A man that joins me every single morning, graces us with his presence on the other side of that screen, and gives us those stone cold vibes that only he can bring. My friends, get on your feet and put your hands together for the man joining us now, who is the founder of the Grandpa Ape Country Club. The lead pro on the GACC Greens, if you will. He is a professional DJ with a wide-ranging musical catalog. Honestly, you can drop him at any club in this entire great land. He plugs his USB stick in and they begin to fan out on the dance floor, making him a human iPod.
What?
He is a purveyor of positive vibes.
What?
A curator of high-level energies.
What?
A certified PLP pusher.
What?
My friends, he is the jet plane flying.
What?
McLaren driving.
What?
Rolex rocking.
What?
Jesus Peace dangling.
What?
The president of St. Louis, Missouri.
What?
Our traveling man. Always getting on a tin can to go complete some mission in a foreign land, where he is currently checking in from right now.
What?
The man, the myth, the legend.
What?
The one and only, with an emphasis on the one.
What?
Sweet James Jones himself.
What?
Golly, how many fucking titles does this guy have? He's DJ Swirl One.
You ask about
Swirl One. How you doing?
I'm doing amazing. So it's kind of funny. There's a girl that I know who puts all of my aliases together when she writes me. So my name is like this long when she writes me, and it's Sweet James Jones, Swirl One, BJ Sparks, all in one, and there's no spaces. That's how she always writes my name, and it's just like all of it. So it's kind of funny you say that, because I got a few of them names. You know what I mean? What am I going to say? Hey, kind of like this guy, Larry Fisherman. That's a lot of good things coming from that guy. So anyway, great morning to you this morning. Hey, I am in a Holiday Inn. Hey, let me tell you.
We at the hotel, Holiday Inn.
Dude, not like I'm used to. Let me tell you. I did, as you can see, make the bed. As you can tell, I don't have much of a suite as I usually do, because they don't treat me the same as Marriott. That's okay. But we are making this happen. I'm telling you. Oh, and the coffee is atrocious. Wow.
It's a
absolutely
atrocious. Little three finger right there.
Yeah, it's so bad. I can't even but that's not going to stop my shine. I'm going to kill it today. So and I'm heading back to the HQ. So there's that too. Oh yeah, here.
Good morning,
Vietnam. And I have my smart water right here because you got to have some of this. You better be hydrating today because I promise you it'll help you with your energy, your circulation, your clarity, all of it. Like it's a big deal. People don't understand how important it is to have your water every single day. I do have that. So we're rock and roll. Shout out to Nick's travel vlogs. I heard him say, y'all are the reason I get motivated for the day. That just makes me so excited, gets me pumped up about being here. So man, let me yield real quick. Let you guys know real quick. I would really actually, let me rewind that. You would really be doing me a great favor if you would send a text message out, maybe a DM to somebody. Instead of like Capp said, hit all the likes, all that stuff's good too. But I think the personal touch of sending this out to somebody and saying, hey, you might enjoy this because this could give you a little something. You might learn a little something from this right here. And it just might change somebody's day. Yesterday, not only did I share a couple books with people that I was with, I shared the show with a couple of people I was with. So there you go. I'm just telling you right now, hey, I'm sharing this information every day. What's to stop you from doing that? So let's get after it. I'm going to sip this really bad black tea here. And well, it's not tea, it's coffee. Please forgive me for that. It's still early. Hey, let's get it on there. Do we have a video this morning?
Oh, is the Pope Catholic?
Well,
Does a bear shit in the woods?
yes, that happened.
Well, and I suppose this show's gonna go on just like the only way we know how.
Woo!
Sorry about the Pope comment. I wasn't too sure.
I'm not sure either. The devil lives in the basement of the Vatican. Sorry, I just had to get it out.
I might say the same thing.
I'm sorry.
There's a reason why they don't let you down.
I'm sorry. I'm only
Surprise, motherfucker.
I'm only like 8 hours removed from decoding the divide.
Oh, I saw the video. I saw it. I was there.
You got to cut me a little slack, man. Some things might slip out from time to time. Okay, hey, just cut me a little slack. Shout out to Nick's travel vlogs too, man. Shout out to all you beautiful humming beings. Big cheers to you guys sipping on the black elixir of the gods. Oh,
I have a squeaky chair too. Can you hear it?
Now I can.
Okay.
Couldn't before. Who's to say? Who's to know? Maybe if we need a little soundboard, a little. Who's to say? Who's to know? You can just give us a little live and primetime soundboard. I don't know what the hell, but I'll tell you what. You know, and you got your. I kind of got my Larry Fisherman vibes on. My flannel shirt. If I had my afro on, I tell you what.
This is a great shirt.
That is a fire crew neck, dude. I don't have many crew necks, and that motherfucker's bang. I can't lie.
Oh, it's so comfortable. I would love wearing it at the airport.
That green and pink and that. Oh, man. And then it's just Mac. You can't. How can you hate? So, my friends, as we have our Mac Miller, Larry Fisherman, my light up shoes on vibes going on here this morning.
I love it when my kicks flash.
Who's to say, who's to know? This morning, my friends, we begin the show as we always do. If you don't know, you won't know, so let me get you privy. There was a man, the great Jim Valvano, who once stood on a stage at the ESPYs and said, in order to have a full day, you got to laugh, you got to cry, and you got to think. And the first thing on that list is laugh. You can't start your day without a chuckle, without a funny ha-ha. Everybody wants to begin their day so serious and then wonder why they're always so pissed off. So start a little less serious. How about a little funnier? And maybe this video right here this morning, my friends, this one right here just might help you get through some problems. Just might help you turn those obstacles into opportunities, those losses into lessons. And when you inevitably come upon that next trial or tribulation, you'll simply think back to this video and say, boy, oh boy, it's just another chance to triumph. So this right here, my friends, is how 1%ers handle problems. He just starts dancing.
I mean, what are you gonna do, bro? What are you gonna do? Hey. I totally identify with that. I get it.
This little.
You know what I say when things go bad? I go, man, I love this game.
Oh my gosh, DZ, hit me with that shit one more time. That is so fucking priceless. The next time you mess up, here you go. This is what you do, 1%ers.
Hey, this is people putting their money in meme coins.
Oh shit!
after it goes, they're like,
Ooh.
big red candle.
Fuck it, into the next one. Fuck it, here we go.
Was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
I like that. That
I
was
do
a good
that.
one. Hey, I'm
Oh,
gonna tell you, that is my thing. When things go bad, I start smiling. I might dance. I might say things like, I really love this. I love being a part of this game. And everybody will look at me like, what? I'm like, what else are you gonna do right now? Get mad? You might as well laugh at this thing because it happened.
What difference does it make?
It
Penguin
makes
card.
zero difference in the day, bro. I promise you.
It looks like you blew a seal. You know? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
what difference does it make?
It's a clown car.
It's a fucking penguin car. Like, what do we?
Penguin car. It looks like you blew a seal. Right. Bro,
I
I love that guy. I
laughing
think
like-
that guy's got the best attitude ever.
Man, and I think back to yesterday too, like when we were having haywires with StreamYard and production and all the shit. And it, like the first thing I texted you guys, well, that's not good, boys. LOL. Fucking, oh well. It got on FaceTime and just started laughing. All right, what do we do? Which way do we go?
So, interesting. So yesterday, and I don't mean to derail or sidebar.
Derail or sidebar. We're live on the show.
Yesterday we had the what do you do when things go wrong? Okay, so I'm on my way to go do a 2-hour drive to get to where I'm at right now. And I'm like, you know what? I need a coffee. And you know what? Let me go buy Panera Bread real quick because they've got some healthy food there. I can find something there that's healthy. They got oatmeal, right? I'm going to go get some oatmeal, right? Okay. So I go there. I go inside and I talk to the lady. She's so sweet. It's just me and her this time, just nobody else in the restaurant anywhere. And all of a sudden I start talking to her and I'm like, hey, how you doing? She's like, great. She's like, we're talking back and forth. I was like, hey. And so I'm just talking to her before I even she's kind of like that. And I said, hey, can I get an oatmeal? And she's like, oh, we missed out on the oatmeals. And I'm like, oh, I said, you're killing me right now. I said, what time? She goes, we stopped serving at 10:30. I looked down, it was like 10:40. I'm like, wow, I just barely missed that. I'm like, okay, well, so I'm looking up there, trying to figure it out. I'm like, all right, well, give me a coffee and I'll take a small tuna salad sandwich, right? Just something, it's not too crazy, too heavy, 300 calories. I'm like, all right. So, hey, whatever it was. Hey, that's not the point. The point goes on, okay? So I go to use my card and I'm like, and nothing's happening. And she's looking at me and now there's somebody behind me and I'm going like this and we're talking. She's like, I don't know what's going on. It's not working. And I'm like, okay, look, it's okay. I said, hey, we got some problems with the computers. It's okay. The lady behind me goes, these people always take so damn long. And I turn around and look right. I said, hey, it's okay. It's a computer problems. You know, it's probably just me. And so the thing starts to break. The whole system goes down. Now there's a line forming behind me, about 15 people. And this lady, you can just see her start sweating. And I'm still sitting up there for my $10, right? And I'm sitting there thinking, well, maybe I got enough cash on me. So I pull out, I don't have enough cash. I'm like, I bring out a $10 bill. My bill is $10.54 and they won't let me slide on it. Okay, fine, no problem. I'll sit there with this card then. Right? And this thing wasn't going on. It took me 25 minutes to get me a sandwich and a coffee in there. The people behind me just pissed off all the way around. And I'm over there smiling, making jokes. I said high five to her after it was done. We got this thing going. And then after it was all sitting there, I didn't walk away. Those people were all pissed off. You know what I did? I sat right next to that line and I smiled at every one of those people for 15 to 20 minutes while I waited for this sandwich. And every time somebody would get mad, I would just smile at them. And they would immediately like, and you could see it. They could tell if I could deal with it, they should be able to deal with it. And I promise you, I was the example in that. When it was all done and the 15 people went down, she just like looked up and saw me standing there. And I said, hey, you crushed that. And I went up and I gave her a high five and she was like, oh, thank you so much. I'm like, hey, that was outstanding. I saw what you did there. And sometimes that's what you got to do when things go wrong.
Be the light. Be the example. Who's to say, who's to know? You can skip me on the tuna salad sandwich. That's going to be a hard pass for me on that one. Anything
the only thing
mayonnaise,
they had that I could think of that wasn't going to kill me at that moment, dude.
anything mayonnaise, y'all motherfuckers keep it on that side of the screen. Keep it over there. I don't want and fucking over there. I don't no fucking.
Shit. Here we go again.
I don't want no fucking mayonnaise, bro. It just I can't even believe I'm saying that. It's just just like rolling off the tongue.
Hey, it made for a great story, and I helped that girl out. So
hey, yeah, dude, banger of a story. Not gonna lie, and isn't that just like one of the most embarrassing things ever when you go to pay and then it's like, why is my card not, or even worse, it fucking declines and you're like,
Yeah, it was
"Bitch,
not
I
doing
know I got funds on this motherfucker.
That was a good one. So last time I was here, oh man, look, we're derailing like crazy.
Fuck it, 20
Last time
minutes.
I was here.
What are we doing?
I was hosting a bunch of people that were supposed to be, had 7 people here with me. So I said, I'm taking you all to breakfast because I had to preview what we're going to do today. So I always pay if I take everybody there because it's my business. It's what I'm doing. I'm bringing everybody together. So I'm sitting there and we're at a Tim Hortons or some shit, Waffle House, whatever. Anyway, yeah. So I go to pay and I'm like, here you go. And I handed this. And so I'm sitting there doing this meeting.
We only take loonies, eh?
It was like $150, $160 tab, right? So it comes back and she goes, I'm sorry, sir, this is declined. And I'm sitting there as being like the boss in the house. And I look around and everybody around me looks at me like, and I go, well, that's awkward, and I kind of look at her like, okay, no problem. And I'm like, really weird. Like I would have obviously not ever sent her a card that was going to be declined in front of 9 different people. It'd be the dumbest fucking thing you could ever do. I'm like, no problem. Here you go. Here's another card. Hand her that. And I continue to go back to talking. She walks back 2 minutes later. She goes, I'm sorry, sir. This one doesn't work either. And I'm like, okay, let's have a talk. I'm like, hold on. And I was like, okay, there's definitely something wrong here. I said, there's no way that card has no limit. So if you're telling me that's declining, then the alphabet boys are coming after me or something's going on. Next thing I pull open my phone and there's text messages, 2 of them in there, both of them fraud prevention. I guess nobody does $150 charges at Waffle House, I guess. I don't know. But both of them got declined for fraud. And I said, it's got to be your thing. Anyway, I was sweating like a madman that day, feeling very embarrassed. But you know what? Sometimes it's not your fault. Sometimes you just got to stay cool, man.
Brother. Hey, we're derailing. Fuck
hey, I remember that when that happened to you at the job.
Brother, I am fucking so far away from home. I live in Chicago. We're down in St. Louis. First annual J&J weekend getaway. It's going amazing. Most people don't even know this story, for crying out loud.
It was a good story.
Oh my gosh. Everything's awesome. We're Saturday night. We're at Westport Social. We had just got done playing the games, the food, the drinks, everything perfect. Everybody's loving it. Live band starts. People are still hanging out. I'm like, all right, let me go close out this tab. We got a $6,000 tab that I got to fucking close out right now. I got the funds. I know. We've had the funds. We put it all together. We're good to go. We're ready to rock and roll. No problem. We went a little bit over, but we were good. So I whip out the card and I was splitting it on 2 cards. We were doing some different things in the back channels, and I put it on the 1 card. Okay, great. Everything went through, and I whip out my other card. Here you go. Sorry, sir. This other half of the 3,000 declined. Excuse me, what? I said, yeah, this card's not going through. What's up?
Wait, what?
You see, the way my bank account is set up on them other cards, I don't have the funds except only on that card. That card has got to work right now. I got to roll a 6, baby. I need a 6 on that card.
Roll the dice again, bro.
And he says, well, I could try it one more time. And motherfucker, I might as well have pulled out my doggone telescope and just right on that screen and just, come on, bitch. Declined. I said, oh, shit. So I said to myself, okay, you know what? I got this other card. I'm just going to make something happen right now. Let's see what the fuck. And I said, hey, just take this card, swipe it. I'll figure something out later. So he hits this card. It goes through, right? Well, little do you know, that card wasn't mine. And I had to make an executive decision right there in live and prime time to hit that card for $6,000 and say, what the fuck? What did I just do? Oh, no. I know I got the funds, but how the fuck am I going to get this to this person? What the fuck? I'm freaking out while everybody's trying to come over and thank me. And this has been awesome. And I appreciate you and yada, yada. And maybe the person whose card I cracked for that is in the chat right now. And I walk over to him and I say, hey, man, I just cracked your card for $6,000. He said, okay, cool. We'll figure it out. It's like, what? What do you mean? Cool. We'll figure it out. I was like, oh, thank God. So 2 sides of the story. One side, always double check your text messages when you may be in a foreign land swiping a card, because they're just probably asking you, hey, are you sure you want to make that big old purchase with all the money you got right there? We don't want you to lose it. And also make sure you got good friends in your corner who are willing to just help you out from time to time, and then you can float them back a couple of grand here or there. Who's to say, who's to know? It sure helps shit continue to flow. I'll tell you what. Whoa! we about had to come apart. I mean, they about sent me to the back. You guys were all gonna have to go out about the evening. You said they about sent me to back, maybe start washing dishes. I was gonna have to start bartending. They looked up my past. They said, "Oh, you were a bartender and a server in the past. Okay, you could just start taking care of these tables for us. You'll work this off. You can be here all weekend, no problem." I said, "You guys, wait, I got an event to host. I can't do this. Oh no, I can't." Telling you, you guys ain't got no idea. It was fucked. It was absolutely fucked. But here we are now. We made it through. Second annual J&J weekend getaway. Smash out, bang out, drag out success. And now here maybe we're looking at round 3. A new name, but still the same thing. Third annual. What the hell are we doing? Maybe a new location.
Possibly new location?
I don't. Things are crazy, kids. You better stay tuned in, tapped in, locked in. And right now, 212 concurrent live viewers. Shout out to all of you beautiful humming beings tapping in, locking in.
Listen to our trials and tribulations this morning. We haven't even gotten anything good.
We didn't get nothing good.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
Good. We should spend more time doing this more often. We should spend more time first 20 minutes of the show.
I just got to tell you how off my set is right now. This is my piece of paper.
Oh,
because they don't have any paper here.
A room key holder. All right. Yeah. No, I'm a hotelier frequenter, man. I saw what you did there. It's all good.
Bro,
maybe
sometimes you just got to figure it out, bro.
Maybe most people didn't know what was going on there, but I saw, that's super soldier intuition right there. He's looking around the crib this morning. He said, "What the hell do I? Oh, room keys. Pop, pop, pop. I got a pen. Let's rock." Hey, man, I'm impressed. I'm impressed right now. Who's to say?
I'm a super soldier. Why would I let this thing beat me? That's never gonna. I'm not showing up unprepared. Come on.
That's what we do. One time for the one time. Well, we've been blabbing on. Not really blabbing on. It hasn't really been banter. It's been already some high quality shit here right now, or else 200 plus you wouldn't be tuned in live in prime time. So without further ado, my friends, let's get into the real reason why you showed up. Let's get in the real reason why you showed up this morning. Somebody was on the trigger. He was fucking ready. Hey, come on. We gotta go. I gotta get to the first segment of the day. Damn, somebody was hyped up back there. My friends, your first segment of the day, you already saw it, but just in case now you're tuning in and you didn't see it and you're ready to do a little filing down of those edges and getting it nice and ready, your weapon of success to cut through those obstacles and turn them right into opportunities as we get into your first segment of the day, your sharpening session.
You gotta love live podcasts, bro. I tell you what, though, it adds the character to the show. That's what it's character, bro.
I love it. I absolutely love it, man. I fucking love it. DZ hit that and he put his fucking hands up. He said, "Whoa, wait, it wasn't me."
He saw me go, "Oh."
Then who the fuck else was it?
Am I the right going?
What the fuck? What the fuck is going on?
Bruh.
All right, my friends. Well, shut up, baby. All right, clearly we have the supers going on this morning, and hopefully we can get you these vibes going on your
maybe this coffee isn't all that bad. I'm just gonna say
maybe there's something in this one. I don't know, dude. There's a combination I got going on. Maybe I'm still half in last night, half in this morning. I don't know what I'm at. I don't know where I'm at right now. All I know is I'm on episode 611 of Forge and Fuel, and it's November 14th, 2024, and I'm ready to get you a little fired up in today's sharpening session. So get out those pens or pencils, rip out your notebooks, whatever you might need. Maybe you're an old school person and you got a big old piece of parchment and a nice jar of ink and a big old feathery quill. Maybe you're ready to write it down that way. However you need to keep track of these notes, knowledge, and insights. Maybe you're new school and you got an iPad and a magic pen. Whatever you got, get it out. Open your ear holes wide and let's slide into the opening topic of the day. If you didn't watch or you didn't read, rather, the topic on the title of the show, let me be the first to let you know. We were talking about this morning. Where would you rather be? Where would you rather be? Well, there's no place I'd rather be than right here. I'll tell you that right now. But yesterday, I found myself in the gym, as I typically do in the mornings. And I didn't have a crazy situation. I remembered my headphones. I remembered my deodorant. I had my shoes, my lock, my gum, my phone. Everything was good. I had my phone holder. My phone holder. Everything was great. Everything was perfect yesterday. So I was just kind of bebopping and skipping along and saying what's up to people, dapping up some homies. Good to see you. And I get back to the locker room. And here over the last few days, I've connected with this older guy. And I've seen him in there since I started going back to the gym. I've seen him in there, and I've just never really said anything to him. Well, beginning of the week, I said, "Hey, young man, how's it going?" He said, "Oh, pretty good. How about yourself?" I said, "Shit, if I was any better, I'd be twins. I don't know if the world could handle two of me, man." He started laughing and kind of got back and forth, started going back and forth on some things. So the last few days, we just, whatever, small talk, little this, little that. Well, yesterday, I'm sitting there putting my shoes on, and he's changing. He just got done out of the shower, got done working out. He's changing up, getting ready for his day, and I'm getting ready just to get into the gym. So I'm drinking my pre-workout. I kind of got my headphones in, and I noticed him. So I take out my headphone, and I look over his direction, and I say, "Hey, buddy, how's it going? Hey, what's up, man? How are you?" And we start kind of going back and forth, whatever, just little things, and kind of starting to talk a little bit about gratitude and just being grateful to be alive another day. And I'm sucking air, and I opened my 2 gifts, my eyes this morning. Anyway, they kind of fizzled out the conversation. I finished tying up both my shoes, and I stand up and I go to put everything in my locker and throw the lock on there. And I don't know what made me do this. I think it was because it needed to come to today's motivation minutes. And maybe this is just the mindset that I'm operating in now, and I just do it without even thinking. But I looked over in his direction. And I said, "Hey, tell me something." So, all right, shoot. I said, "What's your quote of the day? You got a quote of the day? You give me something good. I need something to take with me. I'm kind of down and out right now. I need something to pick me back up." Of course, I'm not. I just wanted, tee him up a little bit. And he said, "Oh boy, do I got the one for you, bub. Oh, you ready? Are you ready for this?" I said, "Well, I wouldn't have asked if I wasn't." And he said, "Young man, it's always better to be approximately right than precisely wrong." I said, "Oh, I like it. Could you repeat that for me?" He said, "It's always better to be approximately right than precisely wrong." I said, "Thanks. I'm going to think on that." So I did think on that, and now it's turned into today's sharpening session. And I want you to think on it a little bit, and I'll give you a little help, some things I've already connected in between the dots with the lines, and the X's and the Y's and the wootsits and the whatsits and the revolutions. Think about yourself as an archer aiming at a target, drawing back on a target, right? We've talked about that, the warrior on the battlefield, drawing down, being an archer. We talked about that in the past, right? What would you rather be in that moment? Would you rather be approximately right, or would you rather be precisely wrong? Would you rather be approximately right and maybe not hit the bullseye? Hell, maybe not even hit the red area. Maybe not even hit the old yellow area. Maybe you barely touch that blue area that separates between the black and white. Maybe you just barely got a point. But at least you're approximately right. At least you're on the target. Now you know that maybe you were aimed too far right. Now a simple correction can take you back to a bullseye. But maybe you were only approximately right again and you were a little lower, so now it's time to adjust once again. But what if you just aimed out in the middle of nowhere? Boom, let it go. You're precisely wrong. You ain't even in the ballpark. You step up to the archery line, right? All the targets out there. Everybody's getting ready and watching you, and you go. And everybody goes, "What the fuck is wrong with Bobby? Why is he shooting fucking arrows out into the oblivion? The target's over there, dipshit." And you go, "Oh, poof, shoot another one over here. Hey, dumbass, did you not hear us? The target's over here. Why are you shooting arrows every which direction? You are so wrong." No. And you just keep firing off arrows in all these directions that are so far away from the target, and you can't ever really correct or come back to the right spot. And maybe that metaphor doesn't do it for you. So think about this. Would you rather have a rough understanding of the way something works? Or would you rather have the perfect answer ahead of time? See, me, I would rather have a rough understanding. I would rather have a general principle, a general concept than have this perfectly hammered out plan. Think about this. With investing, whether it's stocks or crypto or whatever the case might be, would you rather have a rough understanding of the market trends and the bubbles and how things work, and buy when people, or sell when people are greedy, buy when people are fearful, how to make moves, how to be able to shift and move money? Or would you rather put all your eggs in one basket, focus on one thing, put all your money into that one thing in hopes that it goes up, and make a forecast that this has to go to the moon, and then all of a sudden, like we talked about in the morning laugh, like a shitty ass meme coin, it goes and you say, oh, that wasn't the plan. That wasn't what's supposed to happen. Maybe I should have diversified my portfolio, right? And so many people want a perfect, precise plan when they get into business, or they get into these investment lanes, or real estate, or marketing, or any level of entrepreneurship. They want this perfect plan. And I've said it over and over and over and over and over again, and I'll keep saying it until you get it, or until people get tired of hearing it. Perfection, practice does not make perfect. Practice makes permanent, and perfection is simply a mindset. It is simply a state of mind, and it is a shitty state of mind, because there is no thing that will ever be perfect. And if you can have a little rough understanding that allows you to make more mistakes, make more failures, and turn them into more chances to flourish, you're just going to have more room for growth and learning. Instead, if you're trying to be this square peg and fit into the square hole and all this shit, and then all of a sudden you get to the hole and holy fuck, it's a round hole. And I've been forming myself into this square the whole time. Now, how the hell am I going to get into this thing, right? And maybe this sticks with you too. Would you rather be elastic or inelastic? This quote, approximately right, precisely wrong, is talking about your ability to mold and move and shape. Would you rather be elastic, approximately right, able to adapt and adjust and pivot and pioneer and re-pursue and pivot and pioneer? Or would you rather be inelastic and tight, and when something comes up, oh my gosh, no, I can't do that. That's an obstacle, not an opportunity. Would you rather be able to stretch and move and put your arms out and not feel any walls, and extend and feel no ceilings or floors? I want to be that elastic. I don't want to be inelastic and tied up and precisely wrong in every single direction. So, my friends, where would you rather be? Would you rather be approximately right? Or would you rather be precisely wrong? I think I know where I sit. How about you, Swirl One?
Bro, I love this. I wrote down a lot of things on my little note card here. I'm already almost out of space. But I love that.
Hey, let me airdrop you some paper. I'll airdrop you some paper here.
Bro, I am about that here, right here, bro. Here,
can I just do like? Can I feed it? Do I feed it through this? Where's the slot? I can't find the slot. Oh, there it is. There it is. Why is it? Wait, why is it not going through your? Oh shit. All right. Well, we'll have to figure that out post show. I don't
Hey, so I've never heard of that. And I liked what it said. And there's a lot of different ways you could break that down, but approximately right, then precisely wrong. You know what's interesting? Some people are always wrong, and they will sit there, and I've seen it. They will defend it to the very end, like no matter what. Like you cannot sway their opinion. Think about those people, and I know everybody out there knows one of those, right? What do you feel like every time you talk to that person, every time you have that conversation with them, and they're always smarter than you. No matter what you do, they're always smarter. Even when you know they're wrong, they're still smarter, and they're not going to go back on that. They're going to say, hey, you know what? I know what I'm talking about. Oh, no. Just like somebody told me the other day, gold is the new Bitcoin. Oh, is that so? I don't see gold at $100,000. So maybe you're wrong. But they were staunch in that. Be careful, they say it. It's interesting. That's what people wonder why they don't do things, because they're too careful about life, right? They don't want to go out and think, hey, this is possible. Hey, I could be possibly right. So let me go around that corner. Just like talking about the flat earther things and all that. When I talked to Marcus the other day, There's a reason why people don't talk about that stuff, because you know what? They could be on the right path and they just don't want to go down the rabbit hole and figure out what it could be, right? And that's one thing. When you are approximately right, you're close to the target, right? You see the goal, you are in reach, it's approachable, you're actually looking at it, you're going in the right direction. So when you're approximately right, hey, is it perfect? No, it's not going to be perfect, but you know what? You're getting better with practice. And as you continue to move down that road, all of a sudden you're meeting people that are teaching you different tricks of the trade that's getting you closer to that target or getting you more on target than you were before. Sometimes you'll find out that when you're actually on that path, people push you in the right direction when you're going, hey, oh, no, you're doing good. Oh, you're right off here real quick, bro. Right here, right. Just a little bit that way. Oh, okay. Hey, have you ever asked somebody, hey, where's the bathroom at? Oh, yeah. Instead of pointing you, they go, here, I'll take you. Right? As you're on that path of life and you're doing the right things, people won't point you. They'll take you there. They'll help you get to where you need to be. And I'll tell you this. I'm good with being pushed around into the right direction. I'm okay with that. And I had a conversation with somebody yesterday where I was kind of saying a professional goodbye to this person because I may not see them very much anymore. And I had to tell them straight to their face, hey, I know we've had some very crucial conversations over the last 5-6 years. I know that you and I have been at each other's throats at 1 or 2 times, but I'll tell you this, I can tell you've gotten better from my conversations with you. And I can promise you this, I've gotten better from the conversations I've had with you. And that's a big deal, because if you can sit there and look at the people who have made it tough on you, who grind your gears, who actually make it a tougher, uncomfortable feeling every time you're in front of them, maybe they're just trying to push you in the right direction. And it's your unwillingness to learn, improve, or listen that's keeping you from going in that right direction. So when I spoke to that person yesterday, you could tell they looked at me and like, wow, that was pretty thoughtful the way that person said that, right? And we had a great conversation when that happened. So understand this. When you're on the right path, you don't always know it, but you're going to find people that'll help keep you on that. You're not sure, hey, am I doing it? Because the path has not been trampled down. There's no good way of seeing which way to go. But when you're on the wrong path, let me tell you something. A lot of times you don't realize it because you feel like, oh, this is nice and smooth sailing. Hey, it's paved right here. I'm going to go ahead and walk, right? But there's one thing you'll understand. People will always, always, always fix where you're going. I was in Kansas City the other day. Kansas City has a lot of one-way roads. I'm sitting there and I know the roads pretty well now. So I know which ones are one way and which ones aren't. I'm walking down the street and I'm sitting there and something just looked off to me. There was a car coming this way and wait a minute, the road goes that way. And I'm sitting there looking at it and I'm like, wait, am I wrong? Am I messed up? Because it made me think like, oh my gosh, this looks out of place. And there was a guy on the side of the street and he's over there, old man, trying to flag this person down. Hey. And the person looks at him and kind of flips him off. Like, looks like they're trying to tell him something, but they're literally trying to tell him, look, you're on the wrong path. You're going the wrong way. The person ignored that. Think about this. It happens every day. You tell people all day long, good things, bad things. You know what? They're going to believe what they're going to believe. They're not going to change it because you said so. They have to sometimes get hit in the head to figure out what's going on. Or sometimes they have to run into that little lamppost or whatever it might be. So one thing I would say is people try to help you. They're either going to flash their lights or going to pull you aside. They might have a data conversation with you that hurts you inside. That's hurt. Yeah, that hurt should be I need to fix something. It should be a light that goes on when that happens. You have to understand about life. Everything is perfectly imperfect. We're never going to be perfect. I'm never going to be perfect. I don't get up thinking, oh, I'm God's gift to anything, because you know what? I'm only God's gift to me. I'm only as good as I'm going to be every single day. So when I go out, I'm going to try to do the right thing every day. And as long as I'm staying on that right path, I know that when I slightly get off, Capp might push me in the right direction. I might hear my own voice in the other room telling me what to do. DZ might say something. You never know. Somebody will come up and say, hey, that's not the right way to go, bro. That's not how this works. So understand, in life, it's never perfect, but it's perfectly imperfect. But you do have to make sure to strive to go the right direction.
Man, great perspective there, Swirl One. Shit, I hadn't even gone down that side of the rabbit hole yet. I hadn't even flipped over that side of the coin. Damn. Man, people will get you back on the right path. They will tell you when you're going down the wrong road, man. And I'll tell you who else will. Your creator will. And he will put shit in your life and thoughts and perspectives and things. And man, are you sitting on the corner of your roof while the flood is coming and you're asking and praying God for salvation to show up and swoop you off the doggone roof? and comes by a boat and you say, no, I'm waiting for God to come and save me. You just go on along. He's coming for me. And oh, here comes a fucking cruise liner. Hey, we got plenty of room down there. No, God's coming to save me. It's all good. You're good. Now all of a sudden you just got this little corner and the water's rising. All of a sudden this helicopter with a big old long ladder runs right down to you. And you say, no, God's coming to save me. It's all good. Don't worry. He is coming. Y'all go do your thing. Save other people. I got God on my side. Well, he done sent you a boat, a cruise liner, and a helicopter with a ladder straight to the top, and you still won't grab a hold. He's telling you what to do. You know what to do. Swirl just said it. The best version of you is clearing his throat or her throat in the other room over, and you just keep putting your headphones in, cranking up the volume and saying, no, I don't hear that, motherfucker. Fuck that.
You know what's crazy, though? When you're talking about that, and they say, hey, God's going to save me, and he's sending all these different things, it's like I said before, they don't understand what's being sent. What are they waiting for? A hovercraft? What are they waiting for? A plane? What is it that they're actually thinking God's going to say? They think God's going to come down and personally hand himself, oh, hey, by the way, do the touch of David with you. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, hey, you're free. That's the thing. You have to understand the boat might not be the messenger you expected, right? The cruise line might not be the vessel you were expecting. The helicopter could be an ugly, dilapidated, barely flying helicopter. It could be something you despise, but that's God's way of making you better. So sometimes the messages and the things that are good for you are coming through the things you don't like. Right now in this world, we're seeing a lot of that.
Dude, I've been really spinning on that thought process just in everything I do. Like, it's somewhere in the Bible, but it's I am in the least of these, right? The least will be first, and the first will be last, and the last will be first, right? And you know, I've really been catching myself in moments throughout the day. It's so easy to judge. It's so fucking easy. Even I do it, and I try not to so fucking bad. Like,
you're human, you got biases.
I'm a human being. It is what it is, right? And man, I have just been trying to catch myself so much when I see somebody who may be less than me or less fortunate or whatever, or not as physically fit or what. My first inclination is, man, fuck that motherfucker. Like, whoa, yo, God's in that. God's in that person. and if I treat that person with disrespect, I am slapping my creator across the face. He is testing me right now. And that's what most people can't do. Most people can't ephphatha, open their eyes to every little thing is a test. Every little thing is I am with you. I am so much closer. Why do you think the system and the religions were created to stop people from having religious experience? Carl Jung. Why do you think they were created? And they want you to believe that heaven is so far away and you barely have a shot to get there, and you're such a sinner and you're a terrible person and you got to say 50 Our Fathers and 2 million Hail Marys and go to confession 72 times and do your sit, kneel, stand, motherfucker. I've done Catholic calisthenics. I've been there. I've been a Methodist. I've been a Lutheran. I've been non-agnostic. I've been every fucking thing. So I sit on the highest authority when I talk about this stuff. I've read the book from front to back. I can tell you Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st, 2nd Samuel, 1st, 2nd Kings, 1st, 2nd Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon. Do you want me to keep going on? I stand on business when I talk about this stuff. He is right here. He is right by your side. And when you're doing that thing you know you shouldn't do, he is looking right at you, right next to you. And even worse, your significant others, your grandfathers, your fathers, your grandmothers, those who have passed on in the other life, they watch over you. They are here. They are so much closer. And when you're doing that thing, you're getting off the path, you're giving into temptation, you're fucking doing whatever it might be, they are right there. And they're just saying, come on. They can't intervene because we have free will. But I promise you, if you think in that mindset and you realize, holy shit, they're right there, they will start to push you on that path. They will start to show you when you are on the right path. They will start to give you hints and little clues. And I may be talking to some people right now like, Cap, what type of shit are you smoking this morning? And other people might be saying, whoa. It's the truth, man. It's not that far away. And when you realize that, you start operating and living your life totally different. Totally different.
100%. And you talk about people not understanding that, we're being watched every single second. Your own subconscious is watching you. And I promise you, if you keep saying and doing negative things, that's going to become right to you. I promise you it will. And then all of a sudden you'll feel like you're on the right path because every day you go out, everybody commiserates with you and they love when you start talking negative because they can all jump in with that, right? So you have to understand that, the right path sometimes is the path of peace. And sometimes when you have quiet and you have calm, you can actually hear the voices of those people. You can hear your creator. You can hear your own soul saying, I'm on the wrong path. I'm doing the wrong things. That's why people can't spend so much time with themselves. That's why they have a hard time being by themselves because the thoughts they have are not nice. They're not good. And that's where the problem comes in. If you can't live and sit with yourself while you're sitting there having positive thoughts or at least neutral thoughts, then that's where the work needs to start, is right here. And where does it come from? You need to start building confidence in what you do. Maybe it's confidence in what you know. Maybe it's confidence in the way you look. Maybe it's in confidence in how much money you have in your bank account. Hey, everybody goes, well, it's not about money. It's not about, well, you know what? Let me tell you something. When you walk around this world and people look at you and they say, hey, that person's poor. Hey, that person's fat. Hey, that person's this or that. You know what? That stuff's going to start to beat on you a little bit. It really is. And you have the ability to fix all of those things. If you want to be a richer person and not have somebody say something to you, talk about what Capp just said. Start doing some small investing. I showed somebody the other day how $8, right, can help you really quickly, how less than $1,000 can start making you, I know it sounds crazy, $8 to $12 a month. But right now, let me tell you something. How many are you even making an extra $8 to $12 a month right now? Let me just ask that question. If it wasn't for your paycheck, where would you find another $8 to $12 just handed to you? Like literally, most people don't even understand what I'm talking about, but that's okay. It's why we have the gateway. It's why we share this information to people, because you know what? This is what I do. The more I share, the more I give to people, the more I put out this energy to people, the more I get what I need, because I learn from my own. You have no idea. Sometimes I see some of these clips that are going out that DZ and Capp put out, and I'm like, whoa, I said that? Wow, that's pretty smart. Where did I learn that? And I started back. All of a sudden I'm thinking, man, I've been paying attention to some things in my life. let me tell you something. The person that I am now can't even recognize the person I was 10 years ago.
Bruh. I'm on the exact same tip, man. The exact same tip. And I've thought about this quote. I heard this a while back ago. The only people who say it's not about money are poor people, because they're trying to convince themselves otherwise of what they know.
Correct. And I'll tell you this, money is as close to breathing as you can possibly get. And I'll say that 100% of the time, because trust when I tell you, if you have no money, it's going to be tough to breathe when those nights are cold, or when you don't have any place to go, and when you don't have anybody to fall on, and you can't find any food, and you're wondering where your next meal's coming from. You know how I know all those things? I lived it.
Bingo. Yeah. You can't make any change in this world. You can't find any freedom without a little shekel. It's just the cold, hard truth. It sucks. Be great if we didn't have to worry about money. We just walk around fucking naked and, we were still in the fucking Garden of Eden. It would be great.
Wait, what?
Unfortunately, that's not where we're at. Yeah, see how crazy that sounded? We can't just walk around naked. That's crazy. We're not in the Garden of Eden anymore, right? So we got to keep putting on clothes every day and getting the fuck back to work, Bobby. All right, get in your car. Let's get this shit going. Let's get rocking and rolling. Get the hell out of bed if you're still under the covers. Let's go. If you ain't fired up right now,
bro,
I don't know.
Come on, man. I'm telling you. They don't get it. They don't understand this. I'm telling you, I'm excited. We're literally teaching people how to make money out of thin air. Literally thin air off of something they already have. What do I know?
I don't know shit about fuck. That's what I know. I'm just out here saying words.
Here we go. Money talk. Here comes the money.
Dollar bill, y'all. Woo! Here comes the money. Well, my friends, there is your opening segment of the day. Wow, it's felt more than an opening segment. Damn, we've already been rocking.
We're going, bro. We're going.
Hour. Where would you rather be? It's always better to be approximately right than precisely wrong. Shout out to the young man in the locker room yesterday. Gave me that quote. Son of a gun. What a great conversation has been so far. And I got some clips ready on tap that are just going to build upon this conversation. Going to bring some more perspective, and I guarantee trip yo triggers left, right, and center. So load in a fresh clip, lock one back, and cock it in the chamber as we get ready to fire off a few rounds and we get into your reaction refinery. Alrighty then, my friends, let's dive right in. No hesitation, no delay. We got 4 clips coming your way. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and one of them's 2 of them are a little shorter, 2 of them a little longer. So we got a nice little balance going on here this morning. So the first one, my friends, I need you to be ready. I need you to have your ear holes open wide. This one is one of them short, sweet, heavy hitters, makes you go, ooh, ah. So hang on tight, because I'm sure you've heard Bruce Lee say a long quote about you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. Well, we're not being joined by Bruce Lee this morning. No. We're being rather joined by a man named Keith Roberts, who is sharing a quote with us that I think slims that whole Bruce Lee quote right down into 2 beautiful sentences. And this morning, Keith Roberts is here to share with us, I am water.
Love this quote. It's so powerful. I am water, soft enough to offer life, tough enough to drown it away. Oh, I love this quote. It's so powerful. I am water, soft enough to offer life, tough enough to drown it away.
Wow. What a
Water is
quote.
an extremely destructive force. It really is, for being something that literally is the basis of all life that we know of. Really, it is 100% the creator of life and the destroyer of things. You get a leaky roof, it can ruin your whole house. You literally see things that water have destroyed. You see rust and what happens with that. I mean, it's amazing to see how powerful H2O is. And what's crazy is this: people don't understand that everything in this world has that kind of power. Everything does. I mean, you can look at an apple. When an apple is in really good shape and fresh and ripe, man, it can really provide some life. But if that thing's rotten, you try to eat it, boy, it can hurt you a little bit too, right? Isn't that funny how that is? Same thing with your life, your brain, your heart, your soul, the way you talk to yourself. If you talk to yourself like, I am trying to help create wonderful things, create a wonderful life, create something amazing with my aura, if you will, those will come from you. But at the same time, if you wish to be destructive and you wish to be that force that water can be and start flooding the world and creating chaos, trust when I tell you, that can happen too.
What are we all made out of? What besides
carbon and water? Carbon is basically mostly what it is, but it's also water.
So we're literally water?
Yeah.
So
like
these
75%.
Well, these these quotes are starting to kind of fuck with my head now. I think these guys might know something more than just, maybe they're not talking about water. Maybe they're talking about the body. And maybe they're talking about how simply water can flow or it can crash. You can be smooth and easy, or you can get hyped up and move when you need to. You can create and be in the zone, or you can destroy and throw it away. You have that power right inside of you, right at your fingertips. It just all starts with action. If you are you a stagnant pond with moss just growing over the top of you? Or are you this running, rushing, beautiful rapids and everybody wants to get on you and take you for a ride? Well, wait a minute. Pause. Hold on. Hold on. Pause.
I mean, they do.
But they do when you get to that, they really, when they start, hey, can I get 500 here? Hey, let me get 1,000 here. Hey, you got it. Hey, I got this business idea. You think you could help me? Who's to say, who's to know? Be water, my friends. I am water. Ha! Shout out Keith Roberts. Banger of a quote right there. I love that one.
That's a spicy meatball.
Yeah, I like that one. Where's the gabagoo? Hey, where's the gabagoo? We got another quote coming your way. And this one comes from a man who goes by the name of Andrew Hawkins. You may not know him. You may do know him. He is a ESPN broadcaster in the NFL side of things. In this quote that he's about to share with us, was said by him back when there was rumblings of Bill Belichick potentially going to the Dallas Cowboys. I say that because it will make even more sense to you once he tells us about the king in the circus.
If you put a king in the circus doesn't look like a palace. The king looks like a clown.
Ooh,
Nailed it. Come on, write that down.
Say it again.
You put a king in a circus, the circus doesn't look like a palace.
No, what it look like?
The king looks like a clown.
Damn, got him.
What? What? You put a king in the circus, it does not look like a palace. The king looks like a clown. Whoa. That's that 99% and 1%er shit. How are you living? How are you moving? What are you doing? Are you meant to be a king and you keep going down and playing and fucking around and being stupid and doing dumb shit with the peasants, the 99% popping the blue pills? Or are you staying in the 1% taking the red pills, hanging out with the squires, hanging out with the Knights Templar, getting ready to go take over land and build your whole entire kingdom and become better and faster and stronger? Well, I'll tell you where you're not going to do that with a jester hat on, honking a horn in the fucking circus. I'm good with that. I'm not trying to look like a fucking doofy. Are you kidding me, man? And think about that. He was talking about Bill Belichick going to Dallas, right? One of the greatest football coaches of all time, arguing that, that probably would have ruined his legacy. If he wouldn't have just retired and done his shit and rode off into the sun. Look what is happening in Dallas right now. It is a fucking dumpster fire. If you guys don't know, the Dallas Cowboys suck, fat cock. Dak Prescott's pretty much out for the season right now. Like it's a shit.
He's out. He is out.
Yeah, he's done. It's out. And he just bulldozed his fucking like $15 million mansion while he was watching it. So it's like, oh shit, does Dak know he's out of Dallas? What the fuck is going on? Shit's going crazy down there right now. However, they were talking about that because think, if Bill Belichick, the greatest coach of all time, the king, Super Bowls after Super Bowls, you saw what happened to New England Patriots. The Patriots are a dumpster fire right now after he's gone. If he would have gone into that, he would be going down into the circus. He wouldn't be setting his own standard. He wouldn't be building his own palace. Do your job in New England. That he built that from the ground up. That's the halls of Bill Belichick. Then he would go into a circus, try to be that same king, not have the same standard, not have the same shit. You got a fucking elephant riding a tricycle, the lion's off of his damn leash trying to round him up, can't figure it out. And now all of a sudden, the damn king becomes a court jester trying to balance everything, and people forget who he is and start throwing shade at his name. Pretty smart. Who's to know?
I love it, man. And really what it says to me is your surroundings can dictate how people perceive you. That's a big deal. So think about that. The king needs to be on his throne inside his palace. That's the only place he's actually looked at with that kind of prestige. You take that king out and you put him anywhere else, everybody's going to look at him like, you're not from around here, are you, boy? And that's one thing you have to understand. And you know what? You can take a picture of this, and this is something hey, I don't really care about this genre much anymore, but you can see it with rappers. Rappers, hey, they make all this money. They think, hey, I'm on the precipice of being the best. I've got Rolls Royces, I got Lambos, I've got this mansion or whatever. Yet they still choose to go back to the crews that they had in the streets and to pick up the guns and do the drug dealing and all of these different things because they think it gives them clout or whatever. They're not happy with where they are because you know what? They think that they need to appeal to the streets more than they do themselves and start building hey, that's why we like people like Ice Cube out there who have decided to do bigger things. Even people like 50 Cent. 50 Cent's one of the only rappers is the only rapper out there that's had hit shows, 8 sitcoms that have gone this many times, had so many viewers. These are people that have decided to say, you know what? Once I got out of that life, hey, I don't need to go back and glorify that life, right? And that's one thing you have to understand. Your surroundings will dictate how people perceive you. So if you want to be looked at like, hey, you've got something going for yourself, make sure you don't put yourself in the middle of a bunch of jesters because I tell you what, when you're seeing two people argue from 30, 40, 50 feet away, nobody can tell who's wrong or right. They just both look like idiots from here. So pay attention to that.
Wee! Hot diggity damn. We've kept the vibes flowing. It's hot up in here, kids. Holy smokes. Grab your fire extinguisher because we got more clips coming your way, and there's been chee-wee-wees. Shout out Raul Rosas one time for the one time. DC's been having some fun with that sound boy. He been chee-wee-wees.
Hey, I'm glad he's at least showing up like he was last night because he was definitely pushing some buttons last night. So I'm glad you showed
He was
up.
having some fun. Who's to say?
I was going
Who's
to
to
give you
know?
some shit if you didn't.
He was smashing the shit out of some buttons last night. He was having some fun on the show. Who's to say? Who's to know? He's been enjoying what he's got going on back there in the green room. But we ain't talking about these. We're here to give you some more insights, some more perspectives. Got more clips coming your way. So the third clip of the day, my friends, features one of Swirl One's favorites. I always say that every time the legend Brian Tracy rolls around, because Swirl One, often if you listen to Swirl One, he has his own way of saying some Brian Tracy quotes. If you just open your fucking ear holes, who's to say, who's to know? So if you don't believe me, if you don't believe Swirly D, if you think that we're just a couple of dummies showing up every single day, regurgitating and saying you complete falsehood, well, don't take it from us. Take it from Brian Tracy about the millions.
Million is hard, but the second million is inevitable. It's not becoming a millionaire that's important. It's the person that you must become in order to become a millionaire. You have to become a completely different person. You have to develop character beyond 99% of the people in the world. You have to develop honesty and discipline and quality relationships and the willingness and the ability to work and set priorities and all kinds of stuff.
Bro, I've said this so many times in so many different ways. I tell people all the time, people are so worried, hey, I can't wait to be a millionaire. Well, you need to, because let me tell you something, take it from somebody who knows once you get to $1 million, you spend $1, you're no longer a millionaire. But what you have to understand is this. The thought process to get there takes a lot more than what you expect. It takes you having to say, hey, I really wanted that thing. And if I had this money before, I would just immediately go buy it. Now you're like, you know what? I'm going to wait till I can get 5 or 6 of them. Or you say, hey, you know what? I'm not worried about that item. Let me get rid of that item because I'd rather have the money and be able to invest it in something that I can see growing right now. When you start seeing your investments and your work start to compound on each other, you want that all the time. You don't want to take that back. And that's where people go wrong when they say, I want to be a millionaire. All they look at is the number. And here's what I thought about this the other day. What would you do if you changed your bank account with an Elon Musk, right? What was the first thing you would do? You would look at, I promise you this, Elon looks at that bank account different than you do. You would look at it and say, look at all the things I could buy immediately. You just start spending. Who knows how much you'd spend before you became satisfied, right? Who knows? You would just all of a sudden you woke up and you had that bank account. Think about this. Elon has that bank account every day and he doesn't spend. That's the mindset that you got to have. Think about that. He's not out there spending $8 on coffee or this, that, or the other, right? It's amazing that when you have that money, you don't look to spend it. But when all you can think about is a number, you can't wait to deplete it because you've never understood how to set that high score. You've never understood what it means to put that number all the way up. That's why when I said the other day to that person, hey, buy some Bitcoin, they look at me, buy some gold. I'm like, you're absolutely insane. I will not buy gold. Yes, it's good. I'll have some of it, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to move the way this Bitcoin's going to, right? So that's the mindset you got to have. I'm not trying to buy Bitcoin so I can spend it, because that's the other thing. So people tell me, hey, you got so much Bitcoin, but why don't you just sell some of it and go buy yourself a house, go to this. Your mindset is not where I am. I don't ever want to spend Bitcoin. You don't want to do later in time. I want to leverage Bitcoin and be able to borrow from myself and never lose what I have. So I'm going to keep it there and never sell a penny. And then when I'm done, guess what I'll do? Give it to my daughter. Right? That's generational wealth. I made what I needed out of it. I don't have to worry about it. I never had to sell anything. And guess what? If she understands what I know, she won't sell any of it either. And guess what happens? She passes it on to her kids. That's the mindset. Stop spending your currency in time and money, damn it.
Bruh.
Sorry.
Yeah, Yep. Kind of figured that's where that was going to go. Yep, for sure. Quality's better than the 99%. I mean, I don't know how many times I got to fucking say it. I don't know how many times I got to talk about the 1%er and super soldier, and as much as you might laugh at it or think it's goofy, like, it's literally the secret. It's literally what it is. So, I mean, I don't just talk about it for no reason. Talk about all these things. Like, hey, you don't believe me if you don't want to, but Brian Tracy literally just told you in his own words what I say every single day and what Swirl One says every single day. And also, how's our Reddit stock doing? Anybody looked at Reddit lately? Anybody looked at Reddit since I called it at $33? Oh, you can't take a guess, Swirl One? You can't take a guess?
I would think it's probably up.
Oh, just a little. $133 a share. You've made $100 a share if you bet on it when I told you about it in the gateway. I don't know. We're stupid. We don't.
If they didn't want to bet Bitcoin, we were calling that out when it first came out.
$32.
You and I both bought ours for what, $30 a share when it first popped out? Man, about $31. I don't know. It might be at $80, $90.
Oh yeah. I was looking 32.67.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Who's to say? Who's to know? We've just been setting up, and I ain't selling none of my shit anytime soon. I mean, we've been talking about this shit, you guys, and I am not in anywhere of a fucking financial position to call myself a millionaire, not even close, but I'm well on my way. You can make the moves like a millionaire. It's why I say I'm a millionaire. They just haven't paid me yet. You can live like it, so you can have the character and the mentality and the mindset now. I don't fucking go out and spend money or do shit. I don't even save. I just invest. I put shit over here and there and everywhere and buy this. My mom said the other day, said, "Oh, what do you want for your birthday? You mentioned the pots and pans and this and that." I said, I don't want anything.
I don't need anything.
I don't want anything. Like, if you want to give me some dough, like, I'm just trying to make money and invest. I'm just trying to get better. I'm just trying to grow where I'm at right now. We're about to have the greatest transfer of generational wealth that anybody's ever seen in their lives. And I'm not missing this fucking boat. And I am locking down so hard right now. It's not even funny. I have fucked up 3 times in my investing career, gone all the way up and watched it gone all the way the fuck down. I'm not doing it again. This time is my time. I have never been in this mindset. I have never felt this good. I've never had a team around me. I've never had a show like this. I've never had a fucking network like this. This is the time. Diamond Handsville 2028. Here we fucking come, baby. Come on. 4th and final clip of the day. We say hello to Pastor Jamal Bryant, who I was yesterday years old when I found out who this man was. So if you don't know who it is, that's okay. Don't worry. And this is him live on the Cam Newton podcast. And he's here this morning to tell us about givers and takers. Whoa, where's the sound? Why, you ain't got no sound? What's going on here? What's the deal here? Well, hold on a minute. Did I save a... This might be on me. Let me see if this is on me. Hey, welcome to live podcasting.
Hey, I'm not worried about it. If that's the worst thing that happens to us all day, we're doing great, man.
Wow, it didn't save with audio. So just give me a half a second, guys. I don't know why it didn't.
Come on, man. You gotta get that audio going,
dude. That's kind of crazy that it was weird. I saved it the same way I saved all those other ones, but this one didn't have audio alongside of it. All right, we're okay, no problems. We're all good here. Don't worry, kids. You're just seeing how this shit happens.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
Yeah, there he is right there. Why did you give me no doggone sound, you son of a Bobby Dazzler?
Your sound was declined.
Hold on, kids. Pause. Just everybody relax. It's okay. You're just watching live podcasting. I'm just pulling up the video, downloading it. I got to quickly send it to myself. So just give me a half a second to doodle. We're just out here, man. You're watching how good we make this shit happen. You're thinking right now, there's no way Capp is going to be able to pull this off. There is no way in HE double hockey sticks he's actually going to
show. We can sit here for 5 or 6 minutes if we need to, bro. I mean, that's just.
I could give a half.
We were 15 minutes late yesterday, and it wasn't even our fault. We still killed yesterday. I felt great after yesterday.
Why does it not like the sound? It doesn't like the sound for some reason. Well, this is not good. This is not great. All right. Well, hold on one sec. Let me see if I can do it this way. I don't know why it's not saving the audio. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Shit. All right. Well, here's what we'll do. I will just play the. If you want to pop up the video, D's.
You guys are gonna try to time this right now?
Yeah. So roll it all the way back, D's. I will say in 3, 2, 1.
Because you are a giver, make sure you don't fall in love with a taker. Because a taker don't have limits. And neither does a giver. So you got to figure out who will give at my level, even if they can't give at my level.
I couldn't skip this.
Got an empty cupcake pour.
I couldn't skip it.
Unless it's a Dixie cup. I tell you, an empty cup can't pour. Yeah, but the pitcher's always bigger than the cup. Yes, sir. And you keep pouring in the people who don't have the capacity to pour. It ain't that they don't love you. It's not that they don't have your best interest. Not that they got a knife to put in your back. You got to wrestle through, who am I talking to in this season of my life when I know I got a call, but I feel unworthy of it.
Another one.
Because you are a giver, make sure you don't fall in love with a taker. Because a taker don't have limits. And neither does a giver.
I cannot tell you enough. That's so powerful to me. And truth be told, I'm maybe a little vulnerable right now. That's probably why I'm still single today, because my last real relationship was with a taker. And that person took me for everything I could possibly give them, for literally, you name it, for what I could give them resource wise, for what I could give them emotionally, for everything that I tried to provide for that person. They kept taking, and you know what? I gave until I couldn't. As a matter of fact, I past that when it was over, I was still giving. And I learned a very valuable lesson right there, is if that person that you're with doesn't have the same, I don't know how it's not even a giver mindset. It's just that servant attitude that they want to treat their creator better, treat their body better, treat their people better, then that person's not for me. Let me tell you something. I was involved with somebody who only wanted to treat themselves. And that was where the problem came in, is they didn't see any value in putting into other people or to other than just take from you. That's the thing. And that's a, buddy, that one hurts me. I tell you, because I that's probably why I'm still single right now. Because I can't find somebody that would, I hate to say, but measure up to my level of giving for people. I'm constantly giving. You don't understand, man. Yesterday, and I don't have to say this, but the point is, I was sitting there and like you said, God tests you. And I pulled up to this light and I was sitting there and I'm in this Dodge Ram truck right now. I usually have like a funny rental car, but I got this big ass Dodge Ram truck right now. It's an expensive truck. It's nice. And it's brand new. And so I'm driving, I'm sitting at this light and I look over and there's a guy there and he's got a sign and I'm just sitting there. And part of me is like, don't look at him. Don't look at him. And then I'm sitting there thinking, well, he's God's creation. Maybe God's, you got to look at the guy. So I look over at him and you can just tell he's just in a place. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, you know what? I'd already had that situation with that lady earlier in the day with that $10 that was in my pocket. Remember, I tried to pay for that $10 and they wouldn't take my $10 because I was $10.54. So I'm sitting there thinking to myself, well, I was already going to give that away for nothing. Hold on, hit that window, grab that 10, put it out there. The guy looked at me. I looked him dead in his eye. I said, hey, man, God bless you. Literally, this is for you. Have a good day. He looked at me. He looked down at the 10 and I'm sure people don't give him 10s all the time. Maybe they do. I don't know. But he was grateful. And you could see that he smiled. And I remember thinking to myself, that might only be $10 to me, but it's the whole world to him. But you know what? God's shining bright on me right now because I did that. So sometimes you just got to understand, even if it's your last $10, hey, mind of abundance, man, it'll come back.
Another
Damn
one.
straight. Damn straight, man. Mrs. Meadow was talking about how being a giver is her love language in the chat. I mean, I'm the same exact way. I think that's why I'm single too, man. I give and giving, and I get it from my mama, man. My mama is, boy, oh boy. And you guys have seen it live in prime time. You know, Pride and Kelly O started in the kitchen with Pride. She's banging out $1,000 orders every other fucking week. They started Simply Soapology. She's banging out orders every other week. Naked Rhino, she's banging out orders. She hears about GAC. She wants to buy a new GAC every week. Don't tell Mama Cap about some shit if you don't want her to start supporting it. And that's where I get it from. I would just rather give and give and give and make somebody feel special and, you know, make a dinner or whatever the case might be. That's just how I fucking operate. I mean, look at this show. That's what my life is based upon, to give to people. Like I help people get what they want so I can get what I want. That's not selfish. That's just the way this world works at the end of the day. And man, I can't agree with you anymore. It's just wild. And if you have those takers in your life, you got to cut them off. You got to cut them off. And maybe it's not takers of your money or your possessions or whatever. Maybe it's takers of your sanity, takers of your peace, takers of your desire and drive. People who just bring nothing but negativity and drag you down and keep pulling you down the fucking mountain. And those are the people that you need to cut out. Maybe they're not, maybe they're taking your most valuable asset. Maybe they are taking it. Maybe they're taking your time and they are just continually wasting it over and over and over again. And maybe you're getting smacked in the face right now thinking, fuck, why do I keep spending? Oh gosh, Capp has said this 100 times. I got to fucking do it. Yes, you do got to do it. You do got to make the cut. And I promise you it will hurt for a little while, but that hurt will turn into the happiness you feel in the future. It's how this life works. Say who's to know. Hey, everybody, now is your time to get involved in the conversation with us. If you've had some triggers tripped, if you've had some perspective shift, if you've had some thoughts rolling around, fumbling on your brain all morning long, well, now you can get involved in the conversation. You can ask us some questions. You can share your own perspective, your own thoughts, live in prime time in the chat, and we will pull them up right here on the screen and let you know what we think about them as well as we get into the third and final segment of the day, baby, your answers from the Anvil. Oh, shit, we're back. Oh, hey. Welcome back, everybody. Episode 611 of Forge and Fuel here on this beautiful Thursday morning, November the 14th, 2024. Hope you're waking up like never before. Shout out to all of you beautiful humming beings. 300 plus concurrent viewers here at episode 611. Really nice. Thank you. Oh, that is just spectacular. Shout out to each and every one of you. The fact that you're letting us come into your homes or your vehicles or your gymnasiums or just maybe even your ear holes, your eye holes. We are so forever grateful. We cannot tell you how much we certainly appreciate that and you allowing us to help you get that cream to rise to the top. Woo! My friends, you know the vibes. It's time we dive into that live chat. It's time we see what's going on. What? And see what the people have got to say. My friends, one time for the one time. DWEZY is ready. We're shifted up on the screen. Who do we got out there? Oh, excuse me. Great morning, says Mrs. Metal Crazy. Great morning, fam. We have made it to another thankful Thursday. I hope that you've practiced your gratitude and truly found the peace because of it. Have the best day ever.
Ooh.
Woo!
Oh, Mac Miller.
Hey, shout out.
Best day ever.
Come on. Shout out, Mrs. Metal Crazy. We appreciate the hell out of you. Thank you for being live in prime time. Oh, the other half of the Metal Crazies. Great morning, Mr. Metal. Great morning, fam. Let's go crush this day and shine so damn bright they don't know what galaxy we are hitting them from. Oh,
love that.
Ooh.
Powerful right there.
Ooh, that's some energy now. We ain't even gone.
We got us a star in the building.
Ooh, we don't know what galaxy we're hitting them from. Golly Moses, that's one right there. Shout out. Jason Wigman, the one and only DJ Moons, your charting master. Great morning, friends, he says. Great morning right back to you, Mr. Moons. This is my favorite fueling station. Yeah, you know what? We give you that high-quality 98 octane. None of that electrical charging station bullshit around here. We're pumping that straight fuel. Who's to know? Shout out, Mr. DJ Moons. Nick's Travel Vlogs. Good morning, y'all. Great morning right back to you, my guy. Always great to see you live in the chat. Appreciate you starting your day. Fired up and ready for this live. We're ready too. Hey, y'all, the reason I get motivated for the day. Appreciate you, brother. We're just out here trying to do it one day at a time, one message at a time, one word at a time. Appreciate you, my guy. Great morning, Papa. Great to see you, Mr. Pejuero. Great morning, Primos. Hey, always appreciate you being live in prime time, my guy. Shout out to you. Mama Capp, a.k.a. Kim Jones. Great morning, F&F crew. Great morning right back to you live in prime time from the garage workout facility where me and D's will most likely be here momentarily. Who's to say, who's to know? Shout out, Mama Capp. JK Big Time, GM, crushed the day, the usual. Oh, look at that made bet. I mean, come on, one time for the one time. GM, Mr. Big Time. We appreciate you. Mrs. Grammy P live in the chat. Great morning, family. Be the light today, super soldiers. Blessings to all. Blessings right back to you. As always, GP. Appreciate you being live in the chat. GG. Great morning, GG. Always great to see you. I haven't seen you in the chat for a little bit. I know you and Open have been busy rocking and rolling, chasing your tails. It's so good to see you guys. I appreciate the both of you. Proud of both of you. All the work you've been doing, both personally and professionally. You guys are crushing it. Keep doing it. We see you. Jared Albright, great morning, my brother. Great morning, all you beautiful people. Right back at you, good sir. Talk about a beautiful humming bean. I mean, this guy right here, just a high-quality humming
I'm proud of Jared, man. I've seen him. It's like a whole 180 from when I met this dude. And I haven't even met him in real life yet, but I got to tell you, just from when I've been starting interacting, Jared is so much stronger, more confident, just every day dedicated to his goals. I see the mind switch, the change, the things he writes. It's definitely something everybody can do. And if you want to learn from somebody, why don't you pay attention to Jared a little bit? He'll teach you how to overcome yourself and start doing some great shit.
Be a Jared, baby. Be a Jared. And I'm gonna put him on the spot. He was gonna come to the J&J Weekend Getaway 2nd annual, but he chicken shit it out. That was a great time, too.
Oh, I hate to say it. There's going to be something very special about those first two that the third, and I'm not saying they're not going to be good, but there's something about the alumni of the first two that will carry on.
Hey, man, I'm gonna have to pull up. I pulled up that pic last night. I'm gonna pull up that pic here in just a second. I got to pull that pic up again. It's just we got to flex the fam, bro. Hey, and Jared, he had the money. He was ready to go. He's everything. He said, I don't know if I can do it. I don't want to be around the fam. I don't know.
Can you imagine him saying that today?
Couldn't imagine it. He's a brand new humming bean. That's what I'm saying. Couldn't imagine it. He'd be the first one there, motherfucker. He'd be the welcome crew, for crying out loud. He'd probably be part of the damn bagpacking crew. He'd be, what can I do? How can I help? What do I got? Oh, I'm telling you, brand new humming bean. Oh, yeah. And while we're here, let's just, let's show a little bit of love. Because without these beautiful humming beans right here, we would not be able to get up every single day and do what we do. This is the core. If you guys hear us talk about the Diamond Hand fam, the OGs, and you're saying, what the hell are these guys talking about? Who are these people? These people can't really exist. They really can't have a whole network. Look at these beautiful humming beans. Look at these beautiful humming beans right here, Swirl One. Huh? Look at this group of beautiful humming beans right here. I mean, goodness gracious.
Boy, look how fat I am in that picture.
Look how skinny I am in that picture.
Isn't that crazy?
Man, just insanity. Deezy's gotten bigger. Kelly O's even more beautiful. Pride's even crazier. Yeah, that's Pride Stanford. You all be seeing.
Look at the guns you can see from.
Dude, I mean, look at him, dude.
Built like a brick shit house.
Bro. There's our dog, Mr. Peguero. If you guys know Angel,
Angel SD right there.
Yep. And there's JK Big Time live in the chat.
Right
our boy, our brother Chris Aswomata right here, all 7'2" of him. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Live Doggy behind him.
Live Doggy Dog. There he is. Little G Lou, glue stripper. We just saw him. Oh, come on. You telling me not Sean Montgomery? Come on, man. Little Motion. Everybody knows Motion live in the chat. Little Open and Gigi. We just talked to her. I mean, look at these beautiful beads, man. Yeah. Hey, Ken Buckler's always in the chat. Look at him hiding back there.
Dead center, man.
Come on, man. And then these two fucking like rabbits. They were probably making another kid while we were at the J&J.
I bet they were. It'll come 9 months after the J&J Weekend Getaway.
Who's to say? Who's to know? We know what was happening. Oh, man. Ilonda Ray and Mrs. Glue and Miss Marta and Steph and Joseph Dubritton and Dark Studio Dark. I mean, wait a minute. You just can't. I'm sorry. You just wait a minute. And Londa Ray and Dark back there hiding and Mr. Naked Rhino's coffee club himself, Baby O and G-Lou. I mean, look at this. What an amazing group of humming beans. I'm sorry. I had to show some love one time for the one time. Who's to say, who's to know? Shout out all you beautiful humming beans, man. Bunch of you tuned in live to the show. Oh, man, I see all the Diamond Hand fam popping in the chat right now, too. What up, G. Lou? Shout out to the stripper and Mrs. G. Lou. We appreciate the hell out of the both of you. Great morning, Slug Bug. Hey, shout out to you. You were getting the timeline going crazy yesterday over those Krispy Kreme donuts. Who's to say, who's to know? Great morning, Doc Dick Doofus. Appreciate you letting me tell our little story there live from the Westport Social. GM, brother. Great to see you as always. Brian Live Dog Livingston. Great morning, Diamond Handers. Great morning, Live Doggy Dog. Big love your way, brother. Hope you're having a great week out there in Atco. Jason Welch, Gator 48, our brother, absolutely crushing it right now. This guy just picked up another job. This guy is doing shit y'all don't even under. This guy is out here moving and playing and grooving and baking in ways This is another guy right here. Hey, shout out Gator48, baby. Our dog. Shout out Jason Welch. Appreciate you, brother. Great morning right back to you. Jared Albright. Ooh, now we got some thoughts. Oh, boy. There is a lot of tough love. It's exactly what we need to be tested to grow. Absolutely. It's always peace, love, and positivity, but sometimes chicken suckers need a little tough love to get them going. Who's to say? Who's to know? JK. Oh, I read this earlier. This one got me. We must decrease so that he may increase. Wow. JK, in his infinite knowledge of decreasing to increase, man, you want to just have your mind spin. Just call JK and say, hey, should I decrease? What am I complicating? And that motherfucker will talk your ear off about some of the craziest shit for 2 hours straight. You don't even know what the fuck happened. You come out of there with your brain 7 times larger. I'm telling you what. JK, big time. Your subconscious is greater than your conscious. Your subconscious mind is the problem solver, and your conscious mind is the problem.
No part of this is mine, baby. That's my saying. You guys hear me say it all the time. What part of this is mine? Before me pointing anywhere, I always go, where did I do this? Where did I screw up? How did I become part of this?
Dude, that might have to be a clip. That's a banger right there. That's a banger right there. Woo! Shout out JK big time. Appreciate you dropping that one in the chat. You know you're a 1%er when you do your hotel bed. Shout out Swirl One. You better believe it, Angel. Yeah, baby. You better believe it. You know the fucking vibes out here. Come on, man.
Yeah. And it's funny because I always do that. And I always think about the lady that comes in. She's like, did anybody even sleep in this bed? I'm like, well, then she sees all the mess I make everywhere else with things like this. Like, oh, yeah, somebody was definitely in here.
I slept on the floor. I'm nocturnal like a bat. I hung from the ceiling.
I don't know. The chair right there, not too comfortable.
Oh, Mrs. Metal Crazy in the chat. Counting down the days for J&J. A weekend getaway. Will not be missing this one. Jared, you're on notice to join us or I'll come drag you. I feel like I don't know, Swirl One. I feel like the 3rd annual is going to be a whole hell of a lot of fun. I know it's going to be a whole hell of a lot of fun. I am just very interested to see the turnout and what might happen because 2 years in a row, we didn't make anybody mad. There was no letdowns. Everybody left and said, that's what I got? Not, that's all I got. People were juiced. People were stoked. And now everybody who was on the fence is like, yeah, ain't no fucking way I'm going to miss that. And now we went from 30 viewers on a show when we were barely talking about it to now 300 viewers, 1,000+ views across all of our shows weekly, and we've only been doing this for a month. I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good about Swirl One. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I don't know who say who's no. Shout out, Mr. Metal Crazy. Love you all from our friends over at Radio Free Hub City. Right back at you.
Buckler.
Shout out to you, brother. Man, we love us some Kim Buckler. The events are life-changing and increase your life network of solid, strong people. Thanks for the words, Mama Bear. Appreciate you. Mama Cap's always there. GP made her appearance for the 2nd annual. Aunt Donnie's always there, tipping them back, ready to rock and roll. Man, people have fun with Aunt Donnie. This year, I couldn't separate JK and Aunt Donnie. Those two, the pickleball champions. Them two were just a couple of doggone pickleball fools. It was absolutely insane. So much so, in fact, that JK came back with an addiction so bad that he has recently won a pickleball tournament in the Washington, D.C. area. Talk about a psychopath. This man, you want to talk about
He
obsession?
literally changed his life that day.
You want to talk about obsession? This guy sits around and watches film. He sits around and takes fucking notes. He goes to the fucking park. He knows the pro's name. I didn't even know there was professional pickleball. He's winning tournaments. I mean, and you know what he said to us? He came to the networking meeting and he said, why would I half-ass it? If I'm going to do something, why wouldn't I put my whole ass into it? Why wouldn't I just give my best effort? Why wouldn't I try to see how far I can take this? I'm 45 years old, but I feel like I'm 25. Why shouldn't I put my whole effort into it and see what I can do? And you're seeing JK at 40+ years old go and pursue some passion and turn it into this amazing thing. And you can see the whole story in the Progress Over Perfection channel in the Gateway. We talk about these things. We talk about these stories to get you fired up to see that you could do it yourself. I put my pictures of me, skinny little crackhead, 130 years old, 130 pounds to where the fuck I'm at right now. So what you have around, you got people that are actually here to support you and push you forward and show you that if I can do it, so can you. Who's to say, who's to know? Shout out big time, man. Whoo! Pickleball will change your life, bruh.
We changed his life by introducing him to pickleball. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Oh shit! If that ain't the truth, who's to say? Who's to know? Shout out all you beautiful humming beings tuned in live in prime time to the show. Thanks for your perspectives. Thanks for your thought. If you ever want to send us anything to the show via email, you can send it over there at askfnf@thedhmgroup.io. That is ASKF, the letter N, F at thedhmgroup.io. And we'll grab those emails. We'll keep them anonymous if you want to, or we'll say your name either way. And we'll bring them right here and read them live on the show. If you got some questions, who's to say, who's to know? But my friends, that appears to do it. Little sharpening session. Where would you rather be? Talking about that approximately right or precisely wrong. Little reaction refinery. I am water. Are you a king in the circus? Ooh, shit. The millions, givers and takers. And then we got some solid perspective over there from the live chat. Shout out to all of you beautiful humming beings. So it appears to me that it's all that's left to do, friends and family, is wrap this bad boy up. And the only way we know how to begin by doing that is by checking in over on the right side of your screen with DJ Swirl One. Swirl One. Any final thoughts, perspectives, reminders, comments, anything in between for episode 611, Sir One of the Swirl variety?
Hey, I've had a great time today. It was a great show. I woke up feeling like $1 million already when I started. I don't know what they put in this coffee, but shout out to Holiday Inn. That shit right there. You know what I mean? Just saying. Hey, today you have the opportunity to go out and have an abundance mindset. You have the opportunity to go out and give, right? Make sure that you make somebody else's day brighter. If anything, at least make yourself brighter by shining bright, being excited, get some movement in today. Shout out to DZ for rocking the soundboards and killing the production quality. Love that. Shout out to everybody who tuned in live to this here beautiful podcast.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
That's right. And I want to thank everybody who's listening to the recording, wherever you are right now, whether you're driving down the road and you got some crazy traffic around you right now, or maybe you're just sitting at your house, just trying to get some meditation in. Wherever you are, we appreciate you and thank you so much for tuning in to Fortune Fuel. If you don't mind, send this out to somebody out there. I'm sure somebody you know could use a little bit of pick-me-up on whatever day they decide to listen to it. So lead the horse to water and just wait for them to drink. It'll happen. Thank you so much. My name is Swirl One, and I am going to check out, go get on a tin can, and head back to the HQ where I can have another show tomorrow with you. So, Cap, thanks for everything, man. Great show today, my friend.
Your phone ringing.
Thanks for everything for you, Swirl One. Nobody else I'd rather talk shit with day in and day out. Talking that sweet shit all the fucking time. Who's to say, who's to know?
Look how fat I was, bro.
Look how skinny I was, bro. Fuck are we talking about? That shirt is so tight on me right now. It's not even funny.
I think I weighed 190, 192 in that picture.
We got to remake this picture, bro. I'm 130, bro.
I would look so much different right now.
I don't even, you can see the difference in me.
Bro, I'm 30 pounds lighter than that day.
Hey man, we're just out here. We're just out here doing it. We're just fucking out here doing it. Who's to say, who's to know? I still had the pictures up, and I just had to. I had to, pull that up one time for the one time. So there you are, my friends. Shout out to you, DJ Swirl One. Appreciate the hell out of you, my guy. Thanks for helping me get to where I'm at. Thanks for believing in me. Thanks for believing in DHMG. Thanks for bringing those vibes, believing in all these humming beings, and helping them start their day the right way and firing up at Forge and Fuel, baby. You have a terrific rest of your Thursday. Enjoy driving around that Ram 1500 because you, sir, deserve it. As for the rest of you beautiful humming beings, a couple of things to remind you of. We talked about the Gateway a few times already today. If you're wondering what the hell is it, well, it is your all-in-one stop, full stop platform for mental, physical, financial growth, all types of value. There's no dumb questions. You can answer anything, ask anything in there, and the answers will come flying in droves. People will roll out from under their rocks and say, wait, I've done that before. There's investing opportunities. There's gambling opportunities. There's business opportunities. There's health and fitness opportunities. There's all sorts of fucking opportunities. And we have a whole leaderboard where you can rank up steadily to hit your super soldier status and earn yourself one super soldier tee to rock right across your chest, baby. Oh, yeah. So when anybody says, what the hell is that? You can say, I'm a super soldier right there in the gateway. And you say, whoa, what the hell does that mean? It means that I go above and beyond. I am of the 1%, and I have leveled myself up mentally, physically, and financially to a point that nobody can even recognize me anymore. I fly so high with the eagles, they swear that I just soar. Oh, I'm a poet. Bruh. Now you really know it. Start your journey in the gateway today. We'll see you in there, baby. Did I say 7-day free trial? Oh, shit. You could try it for 7 days and say it's bullshit, never pay $1. Or you could start your journey and then stick around and say, hey, let me holler. Damn, I'm another poet. Now you really know it. Last night we had a show. Maybe you do, maybe you don't know, called Decoding the Divide. It's where we tell you the truth. We look into the divides in this world, what some people believe, what some people don't believe, and we give you the straight, real, raw, unfiltered truth. We cut through the bullshit. And last night, I gave you the full truth on the real JFK. Can't say that on YouTube, but we might get canceled. Story. So if you want that, if you wanted a little knowledge, go back and watch that. There'll be some clips coming out from that. Also talked a little bit about the Cali fires, some celebrity connections. What the hell is going on? We talked that sweet truth too. But we just, we can't be doing that early in the morning, right? We got to get you motivated, inspired. We can't be starting with negativity and toxicity and fucking screaming at the screen early in the morning. But we can do that once a week, get you up to date, and keep you all in the right things. Maybe we talk about MK Ultra 4.0 next week. You ever heard of the Healthy Brain Initiative, Swirl One? Oh boy, these people are not ready. Who's to say, who's to know? Check out Decoding the Divide live every Wednesday, weekly for 2 hours at 9 p.m. Eastern, broadcasted on X and Rumble. If you're looking for any pertinent links, you can find them all in this episode's description, whether you're on Spotify, Rumble, Apple, Amazon, YouTube, or X. Well, actually, X doesn't have a description. I lied. You can't find the description on X. But anyway, on X, you can go to the link in our bios, and it's all there right in the link tree, one time for the one time. So that takes care of that issue. Also, I know a few of you have been in the chat saying, when beanie, when hoodie, when Forge and Fuel shirt, when Decoding the Divide shirt. Well, how about you just when yourself asleep and you just keep waiting, Bobby? Pretty doggone soon. Who's to say, who's to know? We may or may not have finalized some designs. We may or not have some good things looking.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Just keep your fucking eyes peeled. We'll let you know. Maybe we'll have some stuff for you by tomorrow's show. Who's to say, who's to know? Just keep your eyes peeled.
Save it for Black Friday, bro.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Save it for Black Friday.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Don't release anything until you're wasting your time. People are going to want to spend money.
Idea.
Put it all out on that time, and that's what I'm doing for GAC. So,
well, you're going to have to wait. Sorry, everybody. That Swirl One just made an executive decision. That's why he's the CEO of the media group, and I'm just the president. So you might as well just keep hanging on to your potatoes, Dr. Jones, because it's still going to be a little while. Who's to say, who's to know? Outside of that, if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't turned on your notifications, haven't liked, you haven't shared, you haven't left a comment, please do those things. It only helps us continue to grow and flow and bring this show to you each and every day and keep it growing, bay. So please smash the hell out of all those buttons. We certainly appreciate the hell out of you. And how sad is it that we have to censor certain words just to keep from getting removed from YouTube? No shit. I thought we lived in free speech. 1984 was not supposed to be an instruction manual. No shit. Oh, Jared in there fucking winning like a motherfucker. Oh man, isn't that crazy? We gotta censor ourselves so we don't get banned on.
That's insane to me. Really, it's such a. Just shows you that the media is 100% lying to you, because if these two gentlemen right here have to watch what we say so that we don't get removed from YouTube, just imagine how many people in the world are doing the same thing about all kinds of shit.
Wow. That's a rabbit hole and a half for your. Well, my friends, that's about all we got right there for you. All the updates, announcements, and reminders. There is your full show. So all that's left to do, my friends, is to wrap this sucker up officially and tell you that is it. That is a wrap. Paper or plastic, put a bow on that son of a bitch. Episode 611 is officially over. No mas, no mo, but it is recorded for your enjoyment if you do need to come back throughout this Thursday. However, as James Brown once said, it's time to get on up and get on up now. Woo! Before we do, a couple of things I would appreciate if you allowed me to remind you. Number one, even a 2-year-old can make an excuse. What? Number two, even a dead fish can go with the flow. What? And number three, being that this here show is a member of the Diamond Hand Media Group, I ask you keep in mind that DHMG, we don't only HOLD, we hold each other up. And right now is one hell of a time to flex those diamond hands. Shout out to each and every one of you flexing those diamond hands on a day in and day out, night in and night out basis. 300 plus concurrence for the duration of the show. Shout out to all of you.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
Starting your day the right way here at Forge and Fuel, baby. We appreciate the hell out of each and every one of you. Thank you for spending your time investing it here. It is your most valuable asset, and we recognize that. We are very grateful for that, and we will continue to pay it back to you by showing up each and every day and getting you that high-quality ROI, baby, by showing up on the consistent, persistent pursuit of our passions and being right by your side while you pursue yours. Thank you for taking these messages and going and sharing them with the world, applying them in your own families, your own communities, and in your own back doors. Pause. Shit, that was a little weird. Who's to say, who's to know? That was really good. And then it kind of got a little weird. No diddy there one time for the one time, maybe in your own backyards. That's better. That is a lot better. Sorry. That was no good. Backyards, not back doors, backyards. Okay, one time for the one time. Thank you for setting the precedent, being the change that we want to see not only on X, YouTube, or Rumble, but in this entire wide world. Thank you for shining so bright they don't know what time of day it is when you're around. Thank you for turning those frowns upside down. And most importantly to you OGs, thank you for being the Diamond Hand fam. Shout out all you super soldiers, all you 1%ers. Go shine bright today. We appreciate you for getting it started the right way. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow morning to wrap up what has been yet another electric week of growth. But for now, for our Mr. Producer, Derek DZ Snow, for the co-host with the mo-host, BJ Swirl One Sparks, and for yours truly, Cap, Colton, Sroka, whatever you call me at this point in time. Who's to say, who's no? Damn, I'm catching as many I'm catching as many names as old James over there. Who's to say, who's to know? We appreciate you tuning into the show. We bid thee adieu, and we say unto you, peace and love.